Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19, and welcome back to the Geiselsberg map. So, it's going to be a big day at the farm. I think, maybe. This is, let's get HUD turned back on, there it is. This is field 45. And when you look at the map, it actually has it designated as a grass field, but it had wheat in it. I got to thinking. So as far as what's available down here to buy, I mean, obviously we can buy any of these fields, but field 57 is the only one that is fallow right now. So we could buy field 56, right? It's got all this crop in it, it's ready to harvest. But the thing is, it may not have been double fertilized, it may not have been, right? So we may not get a good yield from it, and we would need to rent a combine harvester to bring this field in, and we just rented a combine harvester. So it seems like, I mean, ideally you always want to buy a field that has crop in it because you automatically take a little bit off the price when you sell the crop that's in that field that you harvest. But that's sort of contingent on you having the equipment to do it. So if we had to rent equipment to harvest this, we might even break even. We might not even make any money. Whereas this field over here, we already have everything that we need to prep it, more or less. I did need to rent cedar, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, we're going to buy this field. I did jack our loan. We're at about 300,000 euro right now, but it's okay. It's all good. So what's the point of this? Well, we've got a grass field here to the east of the farm. We've got a grass field here to the south of the farm. I'm going to convert 45 back into a grass field. It's small anyway. If we put an arable crop in there, we wouldn't get a lot from it. So we're going to make this back into grass, and then we're going to plant soybeans in field 57 after we prep it. That's going to be our day-to-day approximately. So I rented this little coon cedar. We'll get this thing going. All right. Fire up. Lights are off. We're going to lift that. We're going to lift that. Brake is off. We are on grass. I've done that. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Planted half a field or 2/3 of a field and then realized that it's the wrong crop. I do it all the time. Right, grass, and this is field 45. Let's get course play going, and we are going to be fertilizing and seeding. We are going to course generation, field 45, right? Starting position, headland, 2 headlands, clockwise, that works for me. Bypass islands, there are no islands. The width is correct. Multiple tools, 1. Start working on up, down. Yes, I feel good about that. Okay, so then we go back from here. We go to here. Where do we start? Back in that corner. Okay. So let's carefully, we'll try to stay off the seed bed that we just made. Let's head back to the corner and get this going. So we'll get this one going, and then we'll head over and take a look at that other field. It's decent sized. It's not massive, but it's decent sized. So we'll skirt right around here. And then the other thing is these fields, they don't quite connect. There's some little bushes and things. But when we get grass in here, this will more or less connect to, you can see there on the right, we'll more or less connect to our other grass field, and we'll have a little bit more, I don't know, efficiency. You know what I'm saying? We could just run things right through there. Right. So we get it in the right gear. Activated. We're going to start at the first waypoint. Let's set speeds. I always forget to do this. Field speed, we'll make it like so. Like so. Turn those off. Right? Everything's good there. Everything's good there. Are we ready? Here we go. So we'll get rid of that. And there he goes. How are we feeling about that? Feeling all right. This might be a screenshot. Hang on. Scoot over here. Oh, careful. Sir? Yeah. So let's get rid of this. See how this looks. Beautiful. Right. So they are working away. Turn this back on. We're going to head over to field, what did we say, 55? 57. We'll head over to field 57, and we'll get that going. And I think, yeah, that might be it today. There's a couple other things that I did off camera. One thing that I did, I got a great tip from a viewer. Oh, man, I love saying that. I can't believe I get to say that. It's such a cool thing. I got a tip from a viewer. They said, hey, man, your grain body is too small. Look how big that hook lift truck is, and you got the small grain body. Well, that mod grain body that we're using, it does come in 3 sizes. 35,000 liters, 40,000 liters, and 45,000 liters. I got the smallest one because that's all we need right now. We were bringing in a very small field, right? Save all the money you can. Save your money. And when I looked at it, after I read that comment, when I looked at it, they were absolutely right. The grain body is, I don't know, it was probably a meter short of the tailgate of the hook lift. So maybe that's what was triggering that. Who knows? But I did go ahead and take it to the shop, and I converted it from the 35,000 liter unit to the 45,000 liter unit. If we have time, I'll go down and show you, but it is well out beyond the hydraulics and the tailgate of the truck. So it could be that it's as simple as that. And that is the reason that I'm always reluctant to say, oh, you know, this mod sucks, this mod is broken. When somebody makes a mod, well, when somebody makes a good mod, if somebody makes a bad, you know, dodgy conversion of a mod and doesn't really do anything properly, they don't test it and they don't care. They're just looking to get those sweet, sweet clicks. That's all they care about. They're just looking to get downloads. But for someone like a mod contest mod, something like that, that's obviously got some work put into it. So that person, I have to think, has tested it. Well, when you test a mod, of course, you're going to test it on a base game map without any other mods, because you're not testing mod conflict, you're just testing your mod. And I have to think that most mods that serious mod makers make test just fine on base game maps. It's only when you get everything else going, or in this case, when you use it on a mod hook lift truck. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's easy to say, oh, this mod is broken, this mod sucks. But if we want to be fair, you know, you got to take the time to start a base game map, disable all your mods, and really check that stuff and see if that's the problem. Now, I didn't do that because I don't have time. But I did, the tip was very valid. And I did go ahead and extend that, and the next time we sell, we'll see if that's a problem. And I'm betting it is, because it all fits together. So yeah, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson of saying, you know, this mod is broken. Turns out it's not the mod at all. It's just simply the way you have deployed. So that is an awesome tip. And that same viewer also told me that plowing before you plant grass does not give you the 10% buff, and you don't get the buff for lime on a grass field. So there's no need to throw lime on a grass field, which I have been doing. Lime is not that expensive, but it is interesting. But it is time, it is fuel, and it is hours on the equipment. So anything we can do to reduce those, you know, absolutely we want to. We're trying to run a profitable farm. So I will never throw lime on a grass field again. And if I'm getting ready to plant grass, I know I don't need to run a plow or a subsoiler over that field. So that is an awesome tip, and I appreciate that. There is a link to the Discord in the description below. You're welcome to leave comments, of course, you know that, but you're also welcome to jump on the Discord if you want to talk about farming or any other kind of simulation gaming. You know how we do. So there is that. What else did I do? I drove the Stroutman feed mixer. I drove it over to the auger in the hayloft to see if we can throw straw directly into the feed mixer from the hayloft, and we can. which is awesome because now we'll throw a couple of silage bales in there. We'll throw a couple of hay bales in there, and then we'll take the whole unit over to the hayloft and we'll top it off with straw. And we will only ever need to add as much straw as we have to. Now, there's something else we can do, and this starts to feel a little weird. I've never been 100% comfortable with the hayloft. It seems a little too convenient, you know? And I've heard a lot of people say, no, it doesn't work that way in real life. If it did, there'd be a lot less farmers making bales. It's not that simple. So the hayloft, the concept of the hayloft does seem a little, it seems a little, yeah. We've got straw in there right now. If we threw hay in there, right? Next time we harvest hay, next time we make hay, if we threw our hay in there, then all we would need would be silage bales. Unless we throw silage in the pit or throw grass in the pit and make it into silage. And at that point, to mix food, we can take the food mixer, take it under the pipe, get some hay, get some straw, and then go over to the pit and vacuum out some silage. And it would be convenient, and we would have no waste, and we would be able to get our formula exactly the way we want it for our TMR. But I'm not 100%, it seems like we're cheating. Now, we cheat here and there on the farm. We can't play 100% realistic. But I want to try to. And the hayloft, I don't know, man. Something about it doesn't feel right to me. I would put it in the same category as, when people make these combine harvesters that have a 100,000 liter tank and a 60 meter header. It just feels, like you can't do that in real life. So I know there is such a thing as a hayloft, but I don't know if you can store loose hay and loose straw quite like that. And I don't know if you can access it that quickly. Because like I said, if you could, I think a lot more farmers would make a lot less bales. So we shall see. But in the interim, we can use our straw that way. So that's cool. And I definitely want to test that. I mean, the map maker put it in there. Let's at least confirm that it does what it does. And it does. I also saw on the corner of the building, in fact, we can go check that right now. Yeah, we will. I saw on the corner of the building, it looks like there is a seed tank, a seed silo, and a fertilizer silo. And in FS19, a fertilizer silo generally, not always, but generally means lime as well. However, I don't see any icons on the map to indicate that there is a fill point, a purchase point on the farm. So I'm not sure what that is. It could just be static decorative object, but we've got a fertilizer spreader on here. So let's go check after we get our Deutzfahr Warrior 9. After we get that going with our planter and get the soybean going in this field, let's go ahead and check that out and see if we can fill. And from there, I think maybe we might be close to done for the day. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, there's that black line. Oh, it comes and goes. I love Giant's answer to that. In the patch notes for 1.3, maybe 1.4, they straight up say, from time to time, you'll see a dark line across your screen. Yeah, we know about it. Good luck with that. Oh, Giants, you are some kind of company, I'll tell you what. But what can you do? Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect in this life. Right, so we got a layer of fert on here. This field, interestingly, this field was already plowed and already limed before I bought it. So all we needed to do was throw this first layer of fert. It didn't have any fertilizer on it at all. So we threw this first layer of fert, and then we loaded up. There's that black line. There it is. You see it? Let's see if I can get it right. Right there, that black line. Yeah, it's got something to do with the draw distance. But yeah, Giant's answer to that is, try not to notice it. Oh, all right. Okay, I'll just pretend it's not there. So the planter that we got that is on the Deutzfahr 9 right now, also fertilizes. And I believe it's a direct planter, which means it's got a little cultivator function in there somewhere, which means I hope that it will essentially cultivate in the fertilizer that we just threw and then add a second layer. Sometimes it works that way, sometimes it doesn't. And you know, I'm talking about realistic a minute ago, right? I don't want to do this because it's not realistic. Well, you wouldn't fertilize a field and then fertilize a field. There would be a pause in there. You gotta let the little plant soak up the nutrients or something. I don't know anything about farming. I really don't. I mean, I know a little, but I don't, as far as details like fertilizer schedules, oh, we're caught. As far as fertilizer schedules, when you fertilize, how you fertilize, that stuff, obviously, I don't know about that. Now, I do wonder, there was the soil mod for FS15. I know it was for 15. I think it was for 17 as well, but then Seasons kind of superseded it. Yeah, there was the soil mod. I like the soil mod, but the soil mod was like, that was out there, man. That was in depth. The soil mod took into consideration things like pH and moisture content and whoa. I just wanted you to lift, son. There you go. Jeezy Pete's going all crazy on me. Right. So we're pulling out on the highway. Yeah, the soil mod was awesome, but it's one of those things that, I want realism in my farm sim, and then here comes soil mod, and it's like, whoa, too realistic, man. It's too complicated. I don't want to work. I just want to play a little game. Do we want to do this first row manually? Let's take a look. I think this field runs directly north-south. I remember that when we tested the John Deere. Yeah. So this does go directly north-south. However. Yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start this up. Ooh, this tractor sounds ominous, and I don't know what kind of motor they got in there. Sounds like a turbine. All right, so we're going to drop this. Does this one drop as well? Some of them do, some of them don't. I think this one up front does not drop. We are good there. This map maker did put collisions. Yeah, it's Greenwich that does not have collisions. This map maker did put collisions on the telegraph masts, so we needed to do that. Now if we go here, yep, we're still good. So we get rid of this and go to work. And off they go. Okay. So this says, yeah, just 50% fertilizer. So I think, we'll take a look here. We go here, and then we go here. Yeah, we're just going to get the one layer there. So essentially we're wasting this fertilizer, which is, that's sort of my own fault. I knew that was going to happen because there was no intermediate step. You got to do something with a field between layers of fert for the second one to count. It's like putting on 2 layers of paint, you got to wait till the first one's dry before you put the second one on. If you don't, then that's still the first one. That is not the second coat of paint. That's just a coat of paint. So let's get this thing flipped around here, make sure it's doing okay at the end of the field. Sir? No, he's okay. Is he? Is he? Yeah, he's okay. And this might be our screenshot here. Oh, this is a nice one. Oh, it's beautiful. Where's the sun? The sun's over here. Fantastic. So we'll get rid of this. Beautiful. So now we're going to go see if we can fill our fertilizer spreader from the pipe, and I'll show you that big grain body that we got, the bigger grain body that we got, and I think we'll call it. I think that's just about it. We can go check on our 7 to see how it's doing playing in grass, and yeah, that's close to half an hour. That should be close to half an hour. And then next episode, I will skip forward a little bit. What would be next? I guess we could feed animals again. We could harvest grass again. We could also expand the farm. There is another farm up here, way up here, completely the other side of the map. How much is this? If we wanted to buy this, 137,000 and 85,000. Call it 250. And this is sheep. We've got grass. So for 250, I mean, that would take our... Uh-oh. Sir? No, he sorts it out. We'll need to do a little work on headlands. He's okay. He's all right. So we would need to... We're at 350 right now. However, I borrowed more than I needed to, so we have 100,000 in the checking account. So we would only need to borrow another 140,000 more. That would take us close to $500,000, right? But we would have two farms. But then we wouldn't have any animals on that other farm. We wouldn't have any sheep. We could buy some. Well, I mean, we can only buy a few. We could buy like 10. You want to do that? Maybe we'll do that next episode, right? Hey, it's a farm sim. It's not a saving money sim. Let's do it. So we'll open the sheep operation next episode, because we've done grass work recently. We've done harvesting recently. We've done field prep recently. Yeah, we haven't opened a farm in a few episodes. So let's do that next week. Let's get another farm going. Okay, so this is the tank down here that I'm talking about, and I don't know if this is decorative or not. Let's set the brake. We can hop out here, and the easiest way to check is do your old F5, and I don't see a trigger. I do not see a trigger there. So step 2, twice, is we open this, and let's pull up under here and see if we can get any action, any joy. I don't think this is a trigger at all. I think it's strictly decorative. And yeah, nothing happening. Nothing happening. That's cool. I don't mind. And it wouldn't be in here. This is seed, if it's anything. Yeah, not a big deal. I don't mind getting commodities and consumables and supplies from the store. I think in a lot of ways that's more realistic. And also, it's not that it's harder, but I think it adds some steps to farming. You know, one of the things, I like the look and feel of German maps. One of the things that I traditionally don't like about German maps is a lot of them have scripts, right? You can make anything. There's the pig food maker, the TMR maker, right? The this factory, the that, everything. It to me, it pulls me away from what I think of as for me, the main reason I play this game, which is to play with diggers out in fields. So I'm not typically a fan of all those scripts and various other things. And I feel like having too many things on the farm that automates too many tasks, to me, you don't have to use that stuff, but to me, that's always moved me away from sort of the core of farming. Right, so our other tank came back right about here, and this tank is all the way out here. So it could be that it's as simple as that, and the problems that we were having when we were selling and unloading is just because our grain body was too short for our truck. So I did get the longer one, and that is an awesome tip. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. And I think, is that it? Oh, we said we were going to go take a look at our... Can we get there this way? We said we were going to go take a look at our 7 and see how it was doing on the grass. Hope. So we'll head over there, and then we'll definitely be done. Yeah, man, I really like this farm. I saw that Holzer Map released seasons, and then somebody sent me a link. Holzer Map released seasons. We had a good time on Holzer Map, and we did quite a bit of construction, and I've really enjoyed Holzer Map. You know, YouTube, if there is a downside, the downside is that it for me anyway, it changes the way that I game because it sort of dictates what I can and can't do. Oh, that's interesting. We seem to be skipping rows. But are we still, what? Oh, we're going to go back in and put those rows in? That's very odd. Huh. So yes, I would like to go back and play Holzer. Wait a minute, was there a headland down there? Okay, well, something went terribly wrong because we're already doing our headland, but we've got skipped rows. Let's hop in here and take a look at course play and see how we set that up, because something seems off. Carefully. And then we'll hop in here. So this is, we can take a look here first. This is 4 meters, okay. And when we look at, yeah, I'm continually, oh, sir, yeah, okay. Glad we got here when we did. What happened here? Headland passes clockwise, up, down rows, smooth. We're not telling it to skip rows. I mean, is it the 0.2 of a meter? That seems, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and fix this manually. I'll fix it right now, but I'll do it off camera. Let me get everything closed down here. We'll say goodbye proper. So hop out right there. We'll hop out right there. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 19. This is the Geiselsberg map, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.